With some significant breaking news regarding the future and potential return of the Arizona Coyotes to the NHL. The land auction, which owner Alex Barullo intended to buy and build a new arena, has been canceled. Why was it canceled? What does it mean? It is all hope lost. We'll discuss what it means coming up next. So welcome back to another video here at Top Shelf Hockey. As I mentioned, we have some pretty significant news on the future and potential return to the desert of the Arizona Coyotes in the NHL. And this news is not good news. The hopes and dreams of fans hoping the Coyotes will return in the near future, at least, has taken a major step backwards, and Alex Barullo has taken a major step back in accomplishing his plan that he says he remains committed to, at least up till now, of bringing back the Coyotes via NHL expansion during that 5-year window that Commissioner Gary Bettman gave him upon selling the assets of the Coyotes to the new Utah-based franchise and Brian Smith's group. So the land auction that was supposed to take place on June 27th, which is where Alex Barullo claimed he was going to go and buy this land from the Arizona State Land Department and get a new arena built, and the timelines given by the NHL to bring back the Coyotes. Well, that was supposed to happen June 27th. An announcement just came down not long ago here today on June 21st, 6 days ahead of time, saying the auction canceled. Now, we knew, because I've talked about it, and I know the experts here are your local media like a PHNX Sports, Craig Morgan. They've been the local experts on this story the whole time. So a lot of my information and resources come from them. But they were saying for a long time that it's not just the auction here. This is a necessary big first step. But just because even if he went to this auction and won to secure the land, it still does not mean that an arena would 100% be built. There is significant zoning issues that he needs to overcome. A lot of this is political, and, well, let's just face the honesty and facts here. Alex Barullo is not well liked in the area and has burnt a lot of bridges, and there's a lot of people down there that do not want to work with him. So I am not sure really what his odds are of, from a political standpoint, of getting things changed here and or overcoming these hurdles and obstacles that he needs to be able to proceed with building an arena on said land. But let's look first at the statement put out here by the Arizona State Land Department regarding this auction, and it reads, after much consideration, the Arizona State Land Department has determined that it's in the best interest of the trust to cancel the auction and reorder the steps. Arizona State Land Department recently confirmed that the applicant will require a special use permit prior to the auction. This affords the applicant and the Arizona State Land Department that the applicant can build what it intends for its anchor tenant. Like we've said before, why would you do anything kind of ass backwards here? Like, wouldn't you want to have everything lined up and all the other hurdles jumped through first before you spend millions of dollars on land just to find out you can't get everything zoned the way you need to be able to build an arena? Just seems crazy. They go on to say, we understand the delay in an auction is a disappointment for our applicant and members of the public, but the change in timing is the prudent decision for the trust. Arizona State Land Department remains open to working with our applicant to bring the land forward to auction in the future if a special use permit is received. So there you have it. June 27th will not be taking place. There will be no auction. He will have to go back and go through these other steps to overcome these other obstacles first so that they can be sure that if they sell him this land, assuming that because the other thing we heard here is that he wasn't going to be the only bidder. Where it's auction-based, there was speculation there was going to be 3 or 4 other prominent, deep-pocketed people show up here, including, I believe, the owner of the NBA franchise there might be even interested too, that he may not even win the auction. But all that said, you can't win an auction if it doesn't take place. It's just that simple. And like I said before, and I don't understand why, if you know that there's all these other issues that you need to overcome to get this deal in place and to get this project off the ground, why wouldn't you be doing all that stuff first? It just goes to show you that he has no idea what he's doing. This is not an owner that can be trusted to get an arena deal done, which explains why the NHL bailed. I know a lot of Coyotes fans are upset. I know I've seen a lot of hatred towards the Utah franchise. I'm not saying that's everybody. It's not. A lot of people are very level-headed, reasonable, mature people that as much as they're upset their team left, they understand that the owner had his chance and didn't get it done, and that's, at the end of the day, why this has happened. But can you imagine if the NHL hadn't done what they done here and hadn't kind of forced his hand to relocate these assets to create this Utah franchise? And then, after all that time at Mullet Arena, and like they said in all the press conferences when this all went down, we can't have them playing at Mullet Arena another 3 to 5 years and all that. And then just to find out that this land auction is basically put on hold indefinitely because we don't know, can he overcome those obstacles? And if so, how long is it going to take? Nobody knows. With anything government related, it doesn't move quick. They could waste another 6-12 months. Who knows how long? And it doesn't mean they're going to be successful. Unfortunately, like I said, anything government related, you're on their time, not on yours, and they don't really care. So this is terrible news for the future potential return of the Coyotes to the desert, at least under Alex Muriel ownership. I know as of the timing of the recording of this video, this is, the news that just broke here in the past hour. I know Craig Morgan has reached out to the Coyotes for statement on this. He has not posted anything saying what they had to say. They have not themselves posted into any of their accounts. So I don't know yet. I imagine that we're going to get the same fluff saying that they remain committed to overcoming the obstacles and buying this land and getting an arena and bringing this team back in the future. I'd be surprised if we get any other verbiage from them. I don't know if this happening, if the NHL and Gary Bettman, if there's any clauses or how their legal agreement is structured, if there's any possibility of them being able to say, okay, you had your chance, you're done. I don't know. We haven't seen the legal contracts and agreements between the NHL and Muriel here and the ownership of the Coyotes name, trademarks, all that stuff. I mean, do they have to wait it out for the 5-year period and be like, okay, you didn't meet your deadlines, so we now own the Coyotes names and rights. You're gone, you're done. And we'll find another owner if we want to come to this market to make this happen again. I don't know if there's any way they can get around that any sooner. It would be the best thing for there to be actually any real legit hope of the team returning anytime in the next decade, that it's going to need an owner that has a clue what they're doing. I don't care. This guy has no idea how to treat people, how to work with people. The amount of stories we've heard about workplace toxicity and just how he talks to people. This guy's not good for the NHL. I don't care how rich he is. He just seems like a piece of work and nobody that anybody wants to work with. Like, he's just burnt a lot of bridges, right? So this just goes to show you, like I said, that as far as getting in a new arena, he doesn't have a clue what he's doing. So he's not the right guy for the job. From a common sense person, I'm nowhere near being a millionaire or a billionaire. And I myself would not want to make any kind of large investment buying land without having all my ducks in a row and having everything secured that I know that I'm not going to run into problems. My regular job outside of doing YouTube, I work in the world of finance. So I don't, obviously, like I said, I'm far from anything rich, but I deal with people that are often in my line of work. And I've helped finance some of these big projects. And they don't want to borrow a bunch of money and line up these massive projects just to find out that it's not going to happen. Like, they're not going to put a bunch of their own money into a project to lose it. Like, it's just common sense. You don't need to be an expert at this stuff to have half a brain here. Like, Anyways, I don't understand why this was not done sooner. Everybody that's been reporting on it, like we've heard, like I said, I defer a lot of the details here from Craig Morgan, who's the local expert in reporting on this in the hockey world for this whole time. And he's been talking about this for a long time. So if he knows, I'm sure Alex Murillo knows. And if they know, why are they not working on this first? Anyways, we'll see. Like I said, this is a major negative news, big step backwards, major delay. Does it kill all hope? I can't say for certain it does. I just honestly hope. I really feel for the people of Arizona that love the hockey and love the Coyotes. And I really do think with the right owner, the right arena, and the right location, that it can thrive. I mean, look at all the other Southern teams that have worked. And they're working well. I mean, look at the state of Florida. Like, they've represented the Eastern Conference in the Stanley Cup final was the last 4 or 5 years. Hockey can work. Like, look at the teams in California. They're very stable. It can be done if it's done right by the right people who know what they're doing. And they just, for some reason, have attracted idiot owners there and haven't been able to get the right people to be able to get it done in the right way. So we'll see what happens. But like I said, this is a major negative story, negative news, major step back to the Murillo meeting his deadlines, which I know for some people are going to be happy in a way because they want their team back. They don't want Murillo near it. And that's a pretty common sentiment amongst the people of Arizona from what I've seen. And I agree, as much as I'd love to see them return too, they need to return under different ownership if it's going to intend to thrive and survive this time around. If Arizona Coyotes 2.0 are going to make it, they're not going to make it with him leading the way, I don't think. But that's my opinion. Let me know what yours is. Your thoughts on this crazy story continues. The Coyotes are going to Coyotes, what people have been saying here on social media, and it just seems to be the way things go. But let me know what you think, and we'll talk about it further in the comments. If you're new to this channel, make sure you subscribe and stick around. We'll keep you up to date with all the news, rumors, and analysis of all 32 NHL teams. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.